So I'm Susan Preston, and I'm the managing member for the Seattle Angel Fund, as well as the managing member for the Northwest Washington Investment Fund. So there are two different organizations that I'm currently responsible for partaking in managing the process. For Northwest Washington Investment Fund, that's the 5 North counties of the state of Washington, looking for entrepreneurs as well as investors that are interested in the economic growth in those areas. For Seattle Angel Fund, it is really a Pacific Northwest fund, and we're looking for any great companies that are resident in Washington, Oregon, Idaho, Montana, British Columbia, and Alaska. And our investors come from many different parts of the Pacific Northwest. We're having a lot of fun doing investing with both of those organizations. So my interest in angel investing has been a long term, and so it was a natural progression for me to move toward being managing member of various funds here in the Pacific Northwest. I've been an angel investor since 1999 when I started the first all-women's angel investment group here in Seattle. It was actually the first in the nation to be an angel group focused on women as investors and doing that. And that has just taken off my career. I've really focused on angel investing in the last 18 years with a stint with Kauffman Foundation, helping with women entrepreneurs and then angel investing, running a venture fund out of the Bay Area in clean energy for a number of years. But really, it's been a passion of mine. I'm still excited about it. I speak globally and instruct globally on angel investing and economic development related to early stage investing. So it's a passion, and I love what I'm doing, and I love continuing doing it. Angel investing can be a lot of different things to a lot of different people. And it's interesting, 10 years ago, when I was working on some congressional bills in Washington, D.C. related to angel investing, I spent more of my time educating people on what is angel investing than the benefits of what we were trying to do with the bill that we were promoting. But angel investing is typically done by individuals, and these are what people, what the definition in the code says are wealthy individuals. In other words, individuals that have enough capital available that they can put some of it into high-risk investments of doing it. So typically angel investors are individuals. They're actively engaged in the process of investing, and most angel investors are still solo investors, so they do it on their own, but some are doing it as a group, and that is a growing trend to do that. So they put high-risk money into high-risk ventures and hope that they've made a good choice. They work with the entrepreneurs, and hopefully they get a return from their money. So angel investing is intended, the very first and foremost priority for anyone who is an angel investor, an individual investing in companies, is a financial return, and a financial return on multiples of what their money went into. So while the word angel has a pennies from heaven type of orientation to it, it is not philanthropic money. The angel classification or business angel comes and originates from investors in Broadway shows in New York 30, 40, 50 years ago, in which individuals, primarily widows in fact, or elderly rich women, would put money into financing Broadway shows and doing that. And so that was where the term actually originated, and then it was transferred from that application into meaning business angels. Of individuals that take a high risk of promoting, supporting, and helping grow a company rather than a Broadway play. I hope many people have seen the show The Producers, and that is good representation of those women who put money in and were the angels for that Broadway play. When we are looking at and analyzing a company for possible investment, I like to describe how we analyze those companies as being a three-legged stool. There is nothing that you can say is the key point of what is an investable company. It's not just the people or team, it's not just the product or the market, it's all three. And in fact, when you look statistically at the reasons why companies fail, it's market. So either the company is too soon, too late, or they've mismatched themselves with the market pain. So really, all three of those attributes are quite important for a company to be successful. We know that 7 out of 10 young companies starting out fail. So the best of efforts and best of intentions don't always occur. And so what we're trying to do when we make an investment is look at many factors that influence the likelihood of success for a company. And certainly team is part of that, not just the founder, but who they surround themselves with, both as team members and advisors. The technology is critical. It has to meet a market pain. It has to be the most appropriate response to that market pain. And it has to be understood by the market. And then finally, the market has to be there. They have to understand what their competition is, where they are coming into the market. Are they too soon? Are they too late? So those are just kind of very high level thinking as to what we're looking for an investment. So I've spent many years working with women entrepreneurs. It is a passion of mine. I'm quite interested in helping promote women as entrepreneurs as well as investors. And I think that there is a correlation, in fact, between women participating as investors and women entrepreneurs being supported. When you look at some of the statistics, graphically it shows, well, we have an increase of women investors. We've also seen an increase in funding and support for women entrepreneurs. There's a lot of reasons for that. They're quite varied. There are many times women entrepreneurs are focusing on areas that probably align more with the interests of women investors. It may be into consumer goods or health issues that are particular interest to women. But it's also that women entrepreneurs have a tendency to ask for less, but in fact do more with that money that they receive. And I think women entrepreneurs are some of the best investments out there. We look at the statistics done by other organizations, investment funds, and they typically show that the women entrepreneurs are performing better than the male counterparts by greater revenue, more done with less. And even if we turn to mature companies and CEOs of public companies, the performance of women CEOs on the market, if we trend those against the norm, for instance on NASDAQ, the women CEOs perform better in return on capital, return on stock pricing. So I think that people are starting to recognize that women entrepreneurs are a great bet, but it just takes time to get that message across. And I'm very pleased that we now have dozens and dozens of angel organizations across the United States that are focused specifically on investing in women entrepreneurs, and that is really helping. There are some similarities of issues between women entrepreneurs and women investors doing that. I'm always looking for women entrepreneurs for us to look at, and we do have some women entrepreneurs in our portfolio of companies that we've invested in. Not enough from my standpoint, but we do have some. The issues are similar for women investors, that there is a reluctance for them to join the funds because they don't know how to be an investor yet. Not an issue for men. They assume, okay, I'll learn, I'll do something, I'll kind of absorb it along the way. But women have a huge tendency to feel like they need to learn, they need to train, they need to be an expert in something before they can do it, which is entirely not true. Women have a great capability of learning on the go, on the job. They're quite brilliant, intelligent, thoughtful people. So I do have a bit of a challenge of getting more women to come in and be investors in the funds. And that's something that is a continual challenge for me, is to how do I bring those women into the fold? How do I make this interesting and something that they feel is an important part of their life of doing that? After doing this for 18 years of being an investor myself and through venture funds and as an angel investor and running angel funds, I have never, ever gotten tired of the process of meeting fabulous entrepreneurs with terrific ideas, that passion in their heart, and the investors that are honestly and earnestly interested in learning more about those companies and supporting them. We take a very collaborative, engaging, and supportive role with all of our companies that we're invested in. We believe that it's a partnership. Once you make the investment, we're here together to make this successful. And that's exciting, that's fun. You never get bored because the next company is a different technology, a different area of the market, and you're constantly learning about things along the way. My background is biotech, microbiology, and I've learned a lot about very complicated enterprise software, esports, all sorts of things like that. Now I'm learning more about blockchain and doing all this. And if you have a passion for learning and a passion for helping people, angel investing is a fabulous place to do it.